There's a two-letter word that sometimes can be difficult to say. It's a very simple word, but it gets very powerful, and that word would be the word no. And I find it really interesting because it's such a short word, right? But it's so powerful. I feel like, I find myself, and I've realized this over the years, that it's difficult to say no. It's very difficult to say no, and I find myself in situations that I could have avoided simply by saying no, but I didn't know how to say it, and I ended up saying yes. I'm pretty sure many of you can resonate with my experience. But the reason that I wanted to make a video on this, or podcast, or YouTube, whatever this is, really, is because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who don't have strong boundaries, aka me sometimes, to be completely honest with you, um, and who just find it extremely difficult to say no, and this can really cause a lot of trouble for a lot of people, um, and it's something that a lot of us struggle with, and if not a lot of us, mostly all of us, right? Or all of us in general. I think it's a negative word, right? No one wants to hear no. No one wants to get rejected. I understand that. But then I think about, is there a nicer way to say the word no? Is there a nicer way to reject? Probably not. Not if you want to get the message across and just say no. But anyways, it's just really important to talk about the art of saying no. Important for me, hopefully important for you, and important for a lot of people who, again, don't have very strong boundaries. It can make a great impact for those people who have an extremely hard time saying no, to hear a conversation about how important it is to be able to say it, and also it's something that can be talked about. It's something that should be conversed about. And then just to share a little bit about a rule that I made for myself. I actually adopted this rule from a really great book called Essentialism by Greg, and I'll make another video about essentialism. But there's a rule that I adopted from that book, and that rule is, if it's not a hell yeah, it will be a no for me. I'm sorry, and it's not because I want to be selfish and because my time is precious, but my time is precious, and so is yours. And it's important to use your time wisely, and not doing things that aren't going to be beneficial to you in your life at all. So it's really important. But anyways, I just wanted to just briefly open the conversation. Perhaps next time I can do a longer video talking about this. And but I have a question for you. So my question for you would be, how do you take no? How do you take the word no when people say no to you? And then also, how do you give the word no? Do you give the word no and then do you feel bad about it, or do you give the word no and you feel empowered? Or do you even think about it? Do you even think about how the word no makes you feel, or how the word no makes other people feel? That's my question. And then also, I'd like to hear a little bit more about your story. When was a time that was difficult for you to say no? And what were the outcomes to that? And how did you feel? Now, I don't want to make the word no seem like it's a bad word, because it isn't. The word no can be a very positive thing. You can say no, and amazing things can happen to you, or you could say no and horrible things can happen to you. But I just want to know. I want to open the conversation about it, and I want to hear a little bit more about other people's experiences. And I just Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's so much I want to say, but there's just so much that I can't find my words at the moment. But for now, we'll leave it at this. And I really hope that you guys ponder on the question and ponder on the idea and really take it in. And next time you say no to someone, because we tend to say that word so freely, when you say no to someone, think about how that makes you feel. Anyways, thank you guys for having this conversation with me. I hope that we can open it up and a little bit more and have invite people over and have them share experiences. That way you can listen to them and you can hear them and see how much it's impacted them and how much it's changed their life by simply owning up and saying no. I really hope that opening up this conversation can help other people um, build stronger boundaries, because everyone has their own stories and we don't know what everybody's history is like. And for many people, saying no can be such a difficult thing to do. And I know a lot of people go to therapy and counseling because they can't say the word no, and that's very important. That's a very important thing, very important skill to master. But I just really want to bring awareness to them. But thank you very much for taking the time to listen to um, this podcast, video slash YouTube thing that I have going on. I really appreciate it. So you guys are very sweet for taking your time. Again, precious time that you have. I hope to hear from you and hope to hear a little bit more about your experience. But for now, I will talk to you soon. Bye.